So Arsenal could be without William Saliba for the start of next season. I mean, there is something Arsenal can do about it, but at the end of the day, if William Saliba decides that this is something he wants to do, then Arsenal probably have to accept it, just for fear of upsetting the player. I mean, I am, of course, talking about the Olympics. They're coming up, and Thierry Henry is the man in charge, and he's saying he is very interested in including William Saliba in the French team. And to be fair, there's actually a very good reason as to why William Saliba will accept this offer, and that would mess Arsenal up massively. Also, though, in this video, we're going to be talking about a couple of games this weekend that do affect the title race come the end of the season. But before we get into it, if you could just do me the favour of giving me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoy this type of content. So let's get into it. Right, so is this something we need to worry about with William Saliba? I mean, he has turned down the French national squad in terms of playing for the Olympics before in 2021, I think it was. But this could be very different for a massive reason. You know, the Olympics are being held in Paris this year, so this is a home tournament. So will William Saliba look at that and think, guys, listen, I've got a massive chance to play for my national team, you know, in front of our own fans? I think that could be a deciding factor on whether Saliba takes this opportunity or not. You know, will it be an offer that's too good to refuse? You know, and you might be thinking, well, what's the problem if William Saliba does do that and misses the first, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 games of the season? Let's not forget how important this Premier League pre-season can be. You know, look what Arsenal are doing this season. We're going to be fighting in the Champions League, Premier League. We don't know what's going to be happening in terms of titles. We could be the title holders next season. How important it is to have your players available for pre-season at the best of times, let alone when you're going in as title holders or Champions League holders. Like I said, regardless of the cups or not, you need to have your players in pre-season. That is the most amount of time you get to work on different tactics that you're going to be working on throughout the season. You know, seasons differ from year to year. So you always need to be tweaking your tactics and working on different things. So just to keep it fresh, so other teams can't figure you out. Mikel Arteta will be looking at that pre-season with thoughts in his mind on how to change certain bits of this team. You know, it's very difficult to do it throughout the season because you usually get only 2 days, 3 days between games, let alone having rest in between that. So it's not even always out on the training field. So pre-season is essential for learning how you want to play for the next season. So if William Saliba misses that, you know, he's, in many people's opinion, our most crucial defender. I think all of our defenders offer different things, of course, but William Saliba is a main key figure in that Arsenal defence. So for him to miss the pre-season would be a massive disaster. It could affect Arsenal's start to the season. We saw last season when William Saliba got injured, how much Arsenal fell off. Now, you might think, yeah, but it's the early in the season, so you can claw them points back. But it's not always that easy, especially when you're going head-to-head with teams like Man City, with teams like Liverpool. You can't afford to drop any points in this title race. You know, this year has been a brilliant title race. You got a 3-horse race. If we drop points early next season because we haven't got William Saliba, we could be out of it by Christmas. And that's just the reality. That's why you need to have your players available for pre-season. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think William Saliba will be looking at this tournament and thinking, I need to go? Or do you think Arteta might make that call and say, listen, Thierry? And that's the thing that makes me think it might not happen as well. Thierry Henry surely got to be looking at this from a point of, if I take this player out of Arsenal, it's going to weaken Arsenal. And we know Thierry Henry's an Arsenal supporter. So will he want to be doing that to this Arsenal team? Does he want to make us weaker for the season? You know, the reports are real. He does want to ask Saliba. But I think one phone call with Mikel Arteta, he rings him and says, listen, we can't be doing this. But the only thing that does make you think that it maybe is possible is if Saliba makes the decision that he wants to go, he probably has to go. Like I said, let me know your thoughts on it. So like I said, there are games this weekend that does affect this title race for different reasons. We saw Man City beat Newcastle yesterday in the Cup. And for me, that's brilliant news. I want Man City and Liverpool to go as far in every single Cup competition as they can. And they're going to be wishing the same for us. You know, Liverpool are playing Manchester United tomorrow. That's a tough enough game. So that's going to tire them out. But not just that, if they win that, then they're going to be going on to play more games and more games. We already know Liverpool have the advantage of not being in Europe's top cup competition this season. They're in the Europa League. Now, they are through, and they do probably have a very good chance of going all the way to the end and probably winning it. If you're looking at the Europa League and you're looking for a team stronger than Liverpool, you're going to be there a while because there probably isn't one. So we want Liverpool and Man City to be fighting all the way. That's why it's kind of a double-edged sword with the Real Madrid-Man City thing. Because, you know, if Man City beat Real Madrid, they go further in the competition, which tires their legs for the Premier League running. But like I said in a previous video, I kind of want Real Madrid to win that game because I want to play a new team in the next round if Arsenal get through. That's why it's kind of like, what do we go for? Do we want Man City to keep winning these games? That's why it's important that Man City definitely stay in the FA Cup and the other cup competitions they're in for as long as possible. You know, Arsenal are going to be tired coming into the end part of this season. And we need to hope that other teams are in the same position. Liverpool, keep winning your Europa League games. Keep winning your FA Cup games. Do I wish injuries on teams? Not really, no. But injuries are a part of football, so maybe you need to have a bit of luck on your side in terms of injuries with other teams as well. Now, I don't want it to be, you only won a title because Mo Salah was injured or Haaland was injured. But Arsenal are going to have injuries as well, so it's very difficult to use that argument because injuries happen to every single team. But all I'm saying is these games this weekend do affect the title race because if Liverpool go out the FA Cup today, you know, all they've got to focus on is the Premier League and the Europa League. And we already know that Liverpool probably have the easiest run-in in this Premier League title race. Just look at Liverpool's teams they got to play. And then go and look at Man City teams. Look what they got to play. And if you're looking for hard run-ins, look no further than Arsenal's run-in. Just look at the teams Arsenal still have to play. It's going to be very difficult for Arsenal. We know we got Bayern Munich now thrown in that. So you got all them difficult games and then you got to go and play Bayern Munich as well. And then say if we get through, we got to play Man City, Real Madrid, and then we got to play all them teams as well. It's very difficult to call this year's Premier League title race. That's why it's so exciting though. Anyone can win it in my opinion. You know, Man City could definitely win it. And in many people's opinions, they are favourites and you understand why. They're the strongest team. They have been for the past 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons. What have they won? The last 5 out of the 6 or 6 out of the 7 Premier League titles? So Man City are capable of doing it. Liverpool, I don't think they're going to have enough in the end, especially if they do keep playing all these Europa League games. Now, they probably will be boosted by the fact that they have a lot of players now coming back from injury. The likes of Mo Salah, Szoboszlai. Their midfield is where they need to get all their players back, though, because we know how good Liverpool are in an attacking sense. Just look at some of their attacking players. I think they still have Diogo Jota out, or he might have just come back, actually. Let me know if you know, but Diogo Jota is very important in this Liverpool team. And then with Arsenal, like I said, we got as good a chance as any, but we just need to hope that we don't get any injuries. You know, I'm still waiting for a Martinelli update. Has anyone heard about what's happening with Gabriel Martinelli? Because we need to have him back for this Man City game. Don't forget, as soon as the Premier League football's back, Arsenal are going to have to be playing Man City straight away. A massive game in our season, a game we probably would have wanted to play 1 or 2 weeks ago. You know, Arsenal have the momentum. And now we're just thrown off track by all these international fixtures, the international drama that comes with it. So we got to go into that Man City game basically with no momentum. So does that swing the pendulum back in Man City's favour? I don't know. Obviously, closer to time, we're going to be doing loads of videos on the Man City game. So make sure you're subscribed for all that content that's coming up. Thanks so much to everyone for watching and listening. Before you go, do me the favour of giving me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed this type of content. So just give me a like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Gooners, have a good day.